just gonna start up here, and I really haven't decided what we're gonna make. I've brought a few things forward. We'll see what we decide on. So far, it's been a pretty good day. Hope yours is being good as well. I have decided we will open back up our sunken treasure, see what we've got here that we might want to use. I haven't decided what I want to make, though I have done a few things. I have brought over here, as well as our sunken treasure. Hi, Anita. I've also brought some hair sticks and some pearls. To me, the ocean speaks pearls. It doesn't always to everybody, but it does to me. So since this package didn't have any pearls in it, I did bring some. Hi, Susie. We'll talk for just a few more moments and then we'll turn down. Like I say, I haven't got any plans on what I want to make right now. I'm leaning towards some hair sticks. So we will see if that's what I decide to do. But looks like we have a few more folks on. Give it just a few more seconds to see if anybody else comes on. And if not, then we will flip over and start working. But actually, I was wishing I could find some coins, like some antique style coins. I know I have some, I just don't know where, so I'm not going to worry about that right yet, because I thought that would be cool for sunken treasure to have some coins with it, but it does not. So well, we've been on for almost 3 minutes now, so I'm going to turn down in just a second here and we will get to work on stuff. Well, we'll decide what we're going to work on first, but okay, it's been 3 minutes, so we're gonna flip. Get ready. Come on. There we go. Now I have down here on my mat, excuse me, some photographs that I took when we were at the ocean. And let's see if I can get them closer to you so you can see them. So here's one of the beaches. This is Haystack Rock near Cannon Beach. The next two pictures are of the wreck of the Peter Iredell, which is near Fort Stevens. This is Esida Head. This is the lighthouse here. This is the sand dunes down close to Florence, Oregon. And this is one of my favorite little beaches, but I can never recall its name off the top of my head. I think it's Moolac or something like that. So anyway, I brought those for a little inspiration since we're doing an ocean theme, and we'll see if it helps at all with any ideas. So like I said, I did bring some pearls over. These are shell pearls. And I did get these from Beadbox Bargains, so the sister site. So they're not entirely out of whack. And I did bring some hair sticks. So I'm thinking maybe we'll make a pair of hair sticks. I'll get a couple of these out. Since the package is bronze, we can use two of the bronze ones here. So there's some hair sticks. Thank you, Susie. So because we're going to I'm going to sort of try and follow the photograph a little bit, maybe this top one. It's got some greens and grays, the white from the ocean, the blue. So let's see what we can get out of here to sort of imitate those things. We won't need these. Maybe. No. Maybe. No. Don't need the octopus right now. He needs to go on a necklace. He needs something big. Maybe. No, I don't think with the turtles. This blue is a little light, but I think it would work anyway. So we'll keep all these things out and see what we can devise. Didn't this come with some shells? I thought it came with some. Oh, there they are. So we may use 2 of those for the endings, since I like a little charm or something at the end of our sticks. So actually, I think for sure we will use 2 of these. Now, we have to have something, well, we don't have to, but to me, I like a focal of some type. And I really like these green. They match the green in this picture quite nicely. You can see how they go with that. So I'm thinking my ring light is, we're going to get a couple of these. Just going to get 2 of them. I'm going to use these for my middle bead for my bookmark. Not bookmark. We're making hair sticks. So we're only going to use 2. I don't need any more than that. Now for a hair stick dangle, I like to be about this long. You know, what is that, 3-4 inches? Where's my tape measure? We'll measure and see about. I don't want it to be too horribly atrociously long because it will, you know, it's going to be in your hair. So yeah, about 3 inches would be good. And so we're going to have these guys on each one, and then these shells are going to be at the bottom. Like I said, I would have liked a coin, an old style coin, because that would have looked really cool as our treasure at the bottom of our. I'm thinking this white or the pearls to good Lord, this package really doesn't want to open. Our waves up here. That our waves aren't really close to our grass. We have the maybe a couple of these little guys. Could put some of this darker green in. You see it, if it's in the shadow, it's darker, or on the edges there. So we could use some of these. You. This color isn't, though it isn't quite the rock color, it's pretty close. So I think the bags are being very stubborn this morning. They don't want to open. There we go. Well, there went one to the floor. Yeah, I always have to drop one, it seems like. So let's close you up. Hi, Linda. So now we've got this so far. And actually, I think that's long enough. Now I need to decide what kind of caps I'm going to put on this. In fact, it may even be a little too long. I could take out, I don't know, I sort of liked that color in there, but since we still need to put spacers in, I don't know if that works. I don't think I want to use these guys. They're too big. If I were to use these, then I would need to take something more out, because then we're getting really long. Let's see. No, I could make it still a little longer and leave these green ones up at top and bottom. Let's see what it looks like with one of the sticks close to it. That's definitely as long as I want it to be. So I don't want it any longer than that. So we're going to get rid of these guys. We're not going to want those. They just make it be too big. I love this blue, but if I were to use it, I'd have to switch something else out, because we're already pretty long as is. So the question would then be, what are we going to switch out if I put these blues in here? And they would match the ocean colors. Well, they're actually more of a pale blue than the ocean, so I don't think so. Do we want these guys? I think I would only want these guys if we were going to switch them out for these. And let's see what that would look like. Now the question is, which one do we like better? The one with the more brown and teal sort of stone, the bigger one, or the smaller one? What do you guys think? Which one do you prefer? The one with the bigger stone or the one with the smaller stone? I need to find some bronze spacers also because I need something that will, the bigger, and then we got a conflicting opinion. One was bigger and one goes smaller. I am going to go get some spacers. Be right back. These spacers are more of an antique gold than a bronze, but I think they'll work all right. So looks like I've got two for the bigger and one for the smaller so far. But I'm actually sort of leaning towards the bigger myself. So let's remove you guys. And I'm going to get now I don't have bronze crimp tube, so we're going to have to use that's copper. We'll use gold. So we'll get some crimps out here. One, two, three, four. And let's see, what color of sufflex are we going to use? I think we'll use emerald. So I'm going to cut off a length of this. I probably only need about this much, which is, I'm not sure how much. We'll find out. Go over here, bead tube. So that's a little over 6 inches for the wire. I might not need that much. I just like to cut extra because I'd rather have too much than not enough, because it's a real pain in the rear to do your crimps if you don't have enough room. So let's put this baby on here. Come on. Crimp, come on, go over both wires. There we go. I want to leave a little bit of room here so my end piece can move around some, but not a lot, enough that it's just a big slot there. So get my magical crimpers out. I have a divot right here. We put the crimp tube right in that divot and squish, and then turn it and squish again. And I think she's probably good to go right now. Give her a tug. And now we'll start feeding on our beads. That end feels like it's been damaged. So I'm going to cut the very end off. We'll start stringing our beads up here, see how it looks. Now because I don't have a lot of, don't want to take up more space, I'm only putting one spacer on, but a lot of times I like to do 2, 3, 4 spacers. It gives it an interesting look. Like for instance, right here, I would ordinarily put a smaller one and then a bigger one, because we've got this big stone going on now. And in fact, I may just do 2, unless it looks like it got too long. Then I'll switch it back out. But now, if you're not sure about what you want to do, you can always take and string it like this, and then decide, do I really like that? Do I want to change something out? This is actually a little long for a hair stick, because I usually would only make the bead strand. Well, how long have I got the bead strand? Well, I've got it about 3 inches. It's not bad. It is a little long, but it's not bad. So I think I'll leave it be because I like the colors. And so the next step, since I've decided I do like it, I'm going to leave it this way, is to put on another crimp tube. And then we're going to go around, of course, and go through our bead down below. Come on, you. Now it's come all the way down here very easily, so I'm not going to fight with it any. Just going to let it finish sliding down here. Bring her up till she just has a loop here at the top here. And then we're going to crimp it. Now I'm going to crimp it right here and leave this loop because I'm going to take a jump ring. You could just hook it straight to your blank, which incidentally, if anybody is interested, I get my blanks from a place on Etsy called Lanza DIY Supply. So They're a little more expensive since they are metal, but because they're metal, they have this really cool patterning on them. See how it looks like it's a vine wrapped around it? And that helps it stay in your hair because of the patterning here. So now that I've got that down here, I'm gonna cut this extra cord wire off. Wiggle it so it goes into the one below. And this one now just needs to be hooked to the stick. And to do that, just get one of your jump rings. Where's my bronze jump rings here? Now I'm just going to use a medium size one. You can use whatever size you prefer. I think a Tinky Tot would be too small, but over here. But you could use a bigger size if you wanted to. There's no law says you can't. So then we just take the jump ring. And I could have put it directly on the stick if I wanted to. I just don't do so very often with my hair sticks. I think it gives it a lot more swing to go onto a jump ring. And when it comes right down to brass tacks, these are as much a decoration as anything else. And if you're going to have a decoration, you want it to show off at its best. So there is number one done. And now we just got to do the second one exactly the same. So I'll get another length of wire and we'll start swinging this, stringing this baby up. Hi, Jenny. So there's number one, like I said. So there's our Emerald Softflex medium. So we want about 6 inches. And I don't know if that's 6 inches or not. I'm just eyeballing it, so. Put the crimp tube on and our little shell. Now I was comparing to see how big my loops were to each other since, oops, that wire's crossed. There we go. You know, they're going to be on either side of your hair, so you want them to match pretty well. Unless you want them entirely different, which you could do. Just pick a theme kind of thing and just make them however you want. To me, a hair stick is more a decoration than anything else when it comes right down to it. And they look really cool. In case you're wondering what I was doing, these have a specific cut to them. So I was checking to make sure I had them going the same way. Oh, that's not the same kind of spacer. I only needed one anyway. So here we are at the end of this one. And of course, we're just going to do exactly the same thing. Put the crimp tube on, slide it down, bring her around, go in. About the same. Push this bead down a little bit, giving yourself a little bit of room for your crimping pliers. Get them in there. That's good. Extras. Now we'll get our jump ring here. Open it up. Now I always make my hair sticks as a pair. You don't have to. You could just make one. But I like them as a pair so they would go into your hair on either side. So that's why I always make a pair. Okay. So there we go. Hair sticks are done. So there's our hair sticks, which we made with this photograph as the inspiration. As you can see, we have the darker green from the shaded moss-like stuff here. This blue matches the water here. I used this for the rocks. It's not quite the right color, but it works. The white, of course, is the waves. And then the big green is the bright green that's all through our picture here. So as you can see, it matches. Don't twist up there, baby. It matches our picture relatively well. Thanks, ladies. So there's that. Well, that didn't take us but a half hour. We still have about a half hour left. So maybe we should put our hair sticks to the side here. And this photograph, since we've finished using it, and switch to a different photograph, see what we can find here, and see if we want to do something else. A stack rock. And that's our picture we were just using. Now these are more just like blues, whites, and grays on that one. The shipwreck adds some orangey browns to it. But we're mainly greens, blues, whites, and grays. And if we make something different, what do we want to make? That is the question now. Anything in particular anybody would like to see us make? Can't be something that's going to take forever, though. Because, of course, we only have a half hour left. We could take this crystal. Top looks like it's been a little rough. But let's see if the other one is in better shape. Because I have two of them, so. This one I actually took off of the original memory wire sun catcher we made the other day. And because it was I decided it was too small, and I put one of the a prism crystal on it, which is, you know, much longer. So there's this guy. Or I have, what I do with him. There he is. I have this crystal. It reminds me of an anchor, sort of, because the hole is up here at the top. Had this sitting around here for some time. I got it from Candy Cooper, I think. So anyway, if you wanted to make a sun catcher out of this, it does sort of remind me of an anchor. And I would actually use this one if I were to use an inspiration photo. I would probably use one of the shipwreck ones with it. Since it is an anchor. Let's put you to the side here. But I would want it to be some special way. I wouldn't want just a straight line sun catcher, which you could do. That would probably be what I'd use more of these for. And I'd want to form some kind of cap around the top here so it would protect this a little better, since it does have some chipping on it. But if I were to do this, I would want, now is when I would want like the carnelian, because there is orange on here for like rust. So and maybe even these other little orange beads as well. Oh, come on, you guys. Where you at here? Here's the carnelian. But see, now this photo has no greens in it, so I don't think I'd really want the greens. But we wanted to do something a little different with this sun catcher. We could put the octopus on top and bring the beads down from the octopus, and even maybe a second and third strand. Actually, I like that idea. Take the octopus. Let's put you guys over here out of the way some. Take our octopus, even though there's obviously no octopus in this photograph, And the ring light's making a ring on right there. But if we were to do that, we could take our octopus, hang him up here to a ring so that he has some way to hang. Then we could bring our anchor down here, and we could do a bead strand from here to here. And then we could also do another bead strand, though I'm afraid it would make him go crooked because, well, no, it could go from here and here maybe. Though we'd have to be higher because we don't want to bang into our big crystal down here if we do that. Bring him to maybe here. And I don't know if I'd want to use the balls. I don't think so. They're too wide to this one. But I do have some smaller crystals that we could get out to use as base pieces. So get over here with your buddy. I do like this idea though. Hey, Laverl. Excuse me, a little bit of a dry throat we're getting here. So I don't want the emerald. This one needs either an orange or a blue. Do we have orange in Softflex? I'm not sure. And we might just use black. Nah, I don't like black. Let's just use turquoise. And I'm going to probably want to make a wire bail for this. And I'm going to have to find some smaller crystals because we want it to drop down to crystals on either end. So we're going to make it 3. Ouch. I'm not sure if I should start this. We may not. We only have about 15 or 20 ideas, 20 minutes, but I can show you what I'm thinking of doing, though. Take our octopus and maybe put a bead or two above its head to hang it to its ring, and then have a bead strand come down here to this crystal, which looks sort of like an anchor to me. Then we'll have 2 more bead strands coming down, but they're going to be a little shorter, of course, and we're going to have a little crystal on the end of each of those. Just a second. Oh, for Christ's sake, I would have swore they were right here. Where'd they go to? Well, it looks like I wouldn't be able to finish it even if we started it because I can't find my smaller crystals, even though they're normally right here. I will have to find them. Now, if you didn't want to put 2 more crystals on either side of this, you could also hang like a charm of some type. Like, for instance, those shells that, like these, could also go here as a charm, as a bead in the bead strand. But let's sort of, I'm going to sort of figure the beads out for this, at least for this side. Now, I have oh, there we go. There's 2 little Egyptian crystals that'll work perfectly on either side. I was going for these ones. These are also Egyptian crystal. They're a little bigger. They're a rondelle. They're very pretty. They're very flashy. So anyway, we'd put the little guys and the big guy. So, and maybe have one of these ones in here. Add that flash. I do like me some sparklies. Now we're going to use some carnelians because we, like I say, we got rust on our ship here. Well, I figure the turquoise matches the patina is pretty darn good, so might as well use it. Now we have the carnelians. And we'll probably put a carnelian in each of the shorter lines as well. Not sure exactly where, but we'll put those over here. Get this string out of this one. Blues, which is all these are blues. We have some white for our waves. And this is going to be more of the shipwreck colors. Get this little baggie out of here. And I may put in a couple of pearls as well, just because I think pearls in the ocean are, I think we want one of the carnelians above the octopus's head. So up there. This dang bag, it just doesn't want to open. Though I could use pearls here, but these are from the box, so we might as well use those. Go up there. You come down here. Oh, I didn't bring out any of the patina beads, did I? We're going to use some of those in this. Because they'll work just fine with this. Yep. Now this will make it a little heavy, but since it's not like going in your ears or something, it's going to be hanging on the wall. It's not that big of a deal. Hi, Dee Dee. So we have these, but I'm thinking let's see how these bead caps work with some of these things. This is a pretty bead cap. Now, since this doesn't sink in there very far, it's going to make it bigger, of course. Come on. If we use these all around the carnelians, I'm going to use most of them up in this pattern, but that's all right. Come on. Since I think I may have ordered some more when I ordered other things from the extras. They did have the extras come up the other day, as well as some new companion bundles. Now, I don't know if the companion bundles, the first one sold out really fast. I did manage to get one of those. There were only 10 left when I got mine. And then I did manage also to get the second one, though there was only, I think they said there was 40 left of that one. I think they only make probably about 50 of them. So we got to get them fast. Thinking between the Egyptian crystal for this one. Come on. Now the Egyptian crystal is laying on its side. It goes like this, so it's not going to take up that much room. And we may not want it too much longer than this, so I'm thinking I'm going to go with the big blue one, I think, here. Because even though it's not quite the same color as the ocean, and I really don't care for it with the patina that much, I think since it's going to be down here and up here, here and here. Oops, need a couple more. Now, the biggest thing with hanging it from our octopus is going to be how is it going to hang? Because we don't want it to do any really weird things, of course. So I'm going to put, oops, I only wanted two. I'm going to put those up here into this little strand where it's coming down from the top. I have to get it a ring. Now, I use a lot of times for the ring on my sun catchers, I'll use just a split ring, a big split ring. You can use any ring that works for you. Need that one. And I think I'm going to maybe put one of these guys down here and up here. I want this to hang about right here, so we need some more beads in it. looks like I had one up there. Okay. So everything that I've got here, other than, of course, the crystals, and that includes this crystal, are from the box. So I think it works pretty well. I just need to string things and see how they are looking when we have, as far as length is concerned. I'm thinking that this one this little side here, since it is missing all these, may need just a little bit more.